Who could that be? Hey, it's you.
Hey, did you get the new Xbox?
Well, yeah, did you?
Yeah. Did you get Forza 5?
No, I didn't. I got the new Halo.
You want to play it?
Sure, I've been dying to play this game.
Oh wait, we can't play this. They said that you can't use other people's games. You can't play used games.
That's a bunch of marketing baloney from Sony. I heard it's just them trying to get more sales for the PS4.
I guess you can give it a try, but...
Trust me on this. Trust me. Who's been gaming for longer? Alright. Time to play some Forza. Been waiting for this. Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and all this. And the new Kinect. Can't go wrong. What the freak is this?
Told you, man.
Told you? Are you kidding me? I've been dying to play this freaking stupid game, and now I can't even play it because freaking Microsoft has a business over and screw us. You know what? I am fed up with this Xbox crap. Stupid Microsoft. I'm out of here. Oh. Whatever. Yeah, sitting there playing Forza. So, this is going to be a little bit of a rant because, basically I'm just a little bit heated up about this whole situation. And so initially, I was mainly heated up about Xbox. And then I started reading a lot of things, and then I started getting heated up about other things. So basically right now I'm just pretty much all around heated up. Number one, I think the thing I'm most irritated about is the publishers. Not so much Xbox, not so much Microsoft, not so much Sony, and not so much Nintendo. I'm more irritated at the publishers. And now this all started with EA when Electronic Farts started really screwing everything up as far as their business model or lack thereof. But and basically the thing that irritates me the most about this whole thing is I read an article that basically it was on CNET.com that basically stated that gaming as we know it will forever be changed. Now, I have a little problem with that because, to tell you the truth, I don't want gaming as I know it to be changed because, quite frankly, I enjoy the way gaming is as of right now. I enjoy going to the store and buying a product and coming home, putting it in the disk drive, getting my controller, sitting down, and playing the game. That's what I've been doing since the freaking late 80s, and that's what I want to continue doing. I don't want to get on the cloud and download a digital file somewhere to my hard drive. I don't want to use a Kinect and be like I'm freaking Johnny Mnemonic or the guy from the Bourne Identity, you know, moving crap around and pushing stuff and all that. I don't want to be driving Forza like this. I tried it. I tried it for one race, and it really hurt my arms. I didn't like it. This, I just want to use a controller and play the freaking game. So, anyway, they're stating that, basically, well, number one, if Microsoft would freaking disclose everything, all the consumers want is full disclosure. We don't want to be jerked around by a chain, led on, and Microsoft is just making a crap storm of a PR right now because all everybody's doing is just coming up with the worst case scenarios. Nobody is really sure what's going on. As far as we're concerned, Microsoft said, there's not going to be any used games on the console. Well, maybe I want to have used games. And then Microsoft said, well, yeah, we are going to have used games. It's just, you can sell them to the retailer. Okay, so I can sell them to the reseller? Then what? Then nobody else can buy it because it'll cost us, what, a $50 fee to reinstate it? A $20 fee? What's the fee? What are we talking about? Microsoft won't say. So then everybody's getting on the blogs and on the internet and on the forums and everything else and on YouTube, and they're saying this is going to be the worst thing ever because now we can't buy and play used games. Well, let's look at it this way. Say the new Elder Scrolls is coming out. I want to get the new Elder Scrolls, but I don't have $60 to go buy the new Elder Scrolls. I want it brand new the day it comes out. I want to be one of the first ones to play it. I want to download that 0-day patch onto my Xbox to fix all the problems that they should have fixed 3 months ago when they were making the game and they shipped it and they didn't. So I go out and I think, now I can't afford $60. So I look and I see, well, I got Halo for Xbox. I haven't played that in a long time. I got Forza 4 on the 360. I already beat it. I don't really play it all that much. I got Gun on the 360. I haven't really played that all that much. I have, let's see, well, I have Knights on Saturn. That's kind of a desirable product. I might be able to get some money out of that. I have Shenmue on Dreamcast. That's kind of desirable. I might get some money out of that. So I take all these games, I go up to Vintage Stock, and I say, how much are you going to give me for all this crap? And they look at me like, we'll give you $20. Okay, well, $20. So then now I get to buy the game for $40. Well, I'm still buying the brand new game for $40. Now let's look 3 years into the future. I want to buy Halo 6. So I go and I trade in Forza 5, which I'm not playing anymore. I trade in Halo 5, which I'm not playing anymore. I trade in Fable 4, which I'm not playing anymore. I trade in Grand Theft Auto 5, which I'm not playing anymore. So I trade in all those titles so I can get the new game. If they're saying that we can't buy used games, then there's no incentive for me to sell those games. So you know what's going to happen? I'm just not going to buy the game. I'm going to wait until it comes down to $40 or $35 in a year, and then I'm going to go to Walmart and I'm going to buy it. Because that's basically the price point that I'm hitting at. Just because all of a sudden you got rid of used games, it's not going to be, the masses are going to go in droves to buy the freaking game for $60. It doesn't work like that. If I don't have the money, I don't have the money. I'm not going to just all of a sudden make $60 out of my butt and go to GameStop and buy the game on day one. The reason we're going to GameStop and buying it on day one is because we know that we can trade in a whole buttload of crap and get a game card. Same reason. So that's irritation number one. Now, irritation number two is the fact that Microsoft won't come out and say what the policy is. You know what the policy is, just freaking tell us. Tell us so we can prepare. Tell us so we can say, now, do I want to start saving money for PS4? Or do I want to start saving money for 360? Or I'm sorry, for an Xbox One. Now the problem is they're probably going to say, well, it's the same policy for PS4 and Xbox One. Well, if that's the case, then screw them both and I'll just buy a Wii U. I heard that Sega's going to be signing on the Sonics for exclusive, so I'd much rather have a Wii U anyway, because I prefer to play Sonic over the rest of the crap. To tell you the truth, I'm really not all that impressed by Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo's first-party games. I'd much rather just play the third-party games. Just give me Fallout, give me Elder Scrolls, give me, stuff like that. Give me Sonic. And I'd be much more happier anyway. But it's just irritating me that they're not giving us full disclosure, telling us the process, telling us that they say, oh, we haven't come up with it yet. Yes, you have. You've come up with it. You just don't want to tell us because you don't want to see all the backlash. Now, the problem that really irritates me, though, is problem number 3. It's the publishers. Now, $10 says Microsoft right now is laying the foundation. They're laying the foundation, and then after, I'd say, probably about September or so, Sony's going to come out and say, well, they twisted our arm, we're going to go along with it, too. You can't buy used games on our system, too. If you do buy a used game, you have to pay a $20 licensing fee. Do you know why you have to buy a $20 licensing fee? It's because EA and Activision went and twisted their arm behind their back until they screamed, uncle, and then they said, okay, EA, okay, we'll pay the fee. So that's the problem, is because the publishers had these companies by the short hairs. The publishers say, well, Microsoft is doing it, so why don't you do it? You know, if you're not going to do it, we're just going to take our games to Microsoft because Microsoft already has the ecosystem built into it. And so by default, Sony is going to have to approve of the policy. Because if they don't, then they're going to lose out sales. And then, but the thing is now that this I guess precedence is reached, we have the Xbox One and the PS4, both of which where basically used game commerce platform is completely destroyed. And so now we are letting these publishers basically control how we buy and sell in this thing. And to me, I think that the problem all started with cloud purchases. Let's go back to 2003 or 4, whenever iTunes first came out and allowed you to buy songs. Well, no, it wasn't when iTunes first came out, because iTunes first came out in like 2000. But when the iTunes Store first came out, it allowed you to buy songs. All of a sudden, MP3 sales started going up. And that right there was a day that all of our rights got stripped away. All of our rights got stripped away. And the more and more we rely on this cloud and digital sales, the more of our rights are getting stripped away. Now the publishers and licensors and all this other stuff, they say, well, you know what? We'll just make it to where you can't buy used games. And then GameStop and all those other places go out of business. And then the only place that we can do is buy games off of Xbox Live. And since Xbox Live is a monopoly and PSN is a monopoly, they'll be like, well, we're just going to sell the games at $60 a pop. Now that thing really irritates me. Now if they wanted to get more sales on new games, why don't they give us some extra value for the money? Give us more value for our money. Why don't you say, if you buy the game brand new, you'll get the first 2 DLCs for free? That works out for me. Or they could say, if you want to buy it off the Xbox Live on the first week, you'll get the game for $10 off. Now that works for me. Now the thing that really irritates me about this digital sales is the fact that we can look at it and see that, okay, I go to a store, Elder Scrolls Day 1, Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim Day 1, I go to the store to buy it, and it ends up being, $59.99 for the regular edition. I think it was, $129.99 for the Super Deluxe edition? And then I get on Xbox Live and I get it for $60. That didn't sound like much of a savings. You're not paying GameStop for this game. You're not paying the truck drivers for this game. You're not paying the replicators for this game. You're not paying for the paper cost. You're not paying for the cardboard. You're not paying for the shipping. You're not paying for any of this overhead. So why is the game still $60? It should be $60 at the store or $40 on Xbox Live. There's no reason to have that $20. We should get a $20 discount for game. Now, I'm not going to buy the stupid thing off the Live anyway because I want a tangible product. And as I said, the more and more that they get away with this digital distribution, the more of our rights that get taken away. And pretty much we're going to get to a point to where if I want to buy the new NFL game from EA, it'll be $30 on Xbox Live and it'll be $5 a month because, hey, it's EA's game. They can set whatever pricing they want. We're losing our rights. The tangible physical product is what keeps freedom, it's what keeps our consumer freedom still intact. By having this physical product in my hand, I say, look, I have a physical product. I can put this in my disk drive and play it. I don't need Big Brother watching after me. I don't need to sign into anything. I don't need to agree to anything. I have the product in my hand. I can just stick it in and play it. But that's another thing that's kind of irritating me is this always connected on, and that's another gripe of mine. I don't want to be always connected. You know, me and my wife got married in 2007, and we didn't get internet until 2011, I think. You know, the first few years of our marriage, we didn't have internet. All the internet that we used was on the cell phone. And if it wasn't for Hulu and Netflix, you know, I would still just not have the internet because, frankly, I don't really need it. I have the cell phone. I can do everything on the cell phone. It's no big deal. I check my Facebook, write my email, check, all those other things on the cell phone. But we enjoy to watch Hulu and Netflix and that kind of thing, so we got it. So then, Microsoft says you have to have internet. So now it's either forcing all these people who don't want internet to have to get internet, or they could just simply go with PlayStation, because I think at last Sony said that you don't have to have internet with our system. But again, what if I don't want internet? What if I can't afford internet? People are saying, well, if you can't afford internet, you can't afford a 360. Yeah, I could simply go to Best Buy and put out my credit card and pay $50 a month for the next, 6 months and pay it off. That's no big deal. That's provided as $300. If it's not $300 now, I guess it'll be 8 months. But then after that, it's paid off. I don't have to do anything else. What kind of aggravates me though about the digital medium is there's no inherent value in it. I just don't see the difference. And maybe it's just because of the generation I grew up in, but I just don't see the difference between going on torrent and downloading an image of a game and going on Steam and downloading the game. The only difference is I'm paying for it. I'm not getting anything extra by going on Steam than I am by getting on torrent. Now, if I go to the store and I get a box and an instruction manual and that kind of thing, to me that's an added value. That's worth putting up the money for the game. And I really wish that they would see that. And I don't want to sit here and install the game to the hard drive and just play the game off the hard drive. No. Every single time I want to play the game, I want to get the disc out, put the disc in, push the disc in, get my controller, and I want to play it. This whole entire new console thing just really has me griped out because they're saying it's going to change the whole way that we play games. Now we're going to be playing games off the cloud, which here's another thing. Why are they trying to sell this? That's the reason they're trying to sell this always connected thing, because they're like, now you can play it on the cloud. We can free up resources on the console so it drags in stuff offline. Do you really think that that's what they're going to do? Do you really honestly think that you're going to get the new Halo and put it in, and basically you're just going to be walking around, brown textures if it's offline, but online all of a sudden trees are popping up, mountains are in the horizon, the sun's in the sky, all of a sudden your gun has textures on it? I don't think it works like that. I could be wrong, but I don't think it works like that. And furthermore, by relying on these servers, again, we're stripping away our freedoms by relying on these servers. What happens in 5 years when they decide, you know what, there's not a lot of people playing this game, there's really no reason to keep these servers active, we're just going to cut the servers. When they cut the servers, then you can never play the game again. See this? I can always play this game. Nothing invalidates the fact that I can play this game. I can always play that game. As long as I have a console that functions, that reads it, I can always play that game. But now if I have a game that relies on servers, when the servers go out, I'm screwed. Does anybody remember SimCity from a few weeks back? The servers weren't working, nobody could play the game. That's what we're going to go to. And each time somebody accepts that by going to the store, purchasing the product, coming home, activating the product with the licensing key, accepting the end user license agreement, more of our freedom, more of our rights are being stripped away. The whole entire thing just really gets in my craw because I want to just enjoy playing the game like I always have. I don't want to rely on a Kinect. I don't want to rely on an eye. I don't want to rely on servers. I don't want to rely on the instability of my ISP. I don't want to rely on my hard drive being filled up. I just want to put in the disc and enjoy the game. And that is what we're coming to. All these new policies, you're thinking it's to create a better game experience. It's not. It's to ensure that everybody who's playing the game is playing it legally. It's a DRM. That's all it is. You know what? The other day, me and my wife, we went to Tennessee, which is where she's from. And we came back, and for some reason the internet wasn't working anymore. And I paid the bill. That wasn't the problem. But the internet just flat wasn't working anymore. Well, when we noticed it was like 11 o'clock at night, so customer service was already closed. So the next day I wake up, and I think it was Wednesday. Wednesday I woke up and I called customer service and I said that, hey, my internet's out. Can we get this fixed? So she went over the usual, steps. Could you unplug it, plug it back in, reset it, I'm going to try to send a link over there, unscrew the cable and screw it back in, make sure there's no interference, blah, 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 blah. Finally she said, I think it's something just screwed up, we're going to have to send a technician out there. Well, that's fine. So when can we get a technician? She says, well, it looks like the next available spot's Friday afternoon. Notice it's Wednesday morning. She said the next available slot is Friday afternoon. What if that Tuesday we were coming home? Now, I realize this is a first world problem, but still. What if that Tuesday we were coming home, that was a release date, and I stopped at GameStop and got a new game? I come home. The internet's out. I put in the Xbox. Xbox can't boot up. There's no internet. I call customer service. They say that they can get the internet turned on Friday. Do you see how all of a sudden I'm losing my freedom to just enjoy the game when I want to? That scenario right there is just one of the many restrictions that we will now be faced under. This is not good. This is quite the opposite of good. This is bad. This is very bad. And everybody's just blindly walking into Toys R Us, into GameStop, into Walmart, buying the consoles, getting on Steam, buying the games, and giving everybody full applause and full consent to strip more of our consumer rights away. And I wish everybody would stop with this digital cloud-based crap and realize every single time you buy a game off Steam, you buy a song off iTunes, you buy a movie off Amazon Prime, you are signing more of your consumer rights away.